And we're cooking.
The problem with this is I pick my nose a lot.
I do too.
Yeah.
I threw a couple boogers back there earlier.
Yeah, I wouldn't look on your fridge at any point in your life.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, we might have to project to the video camera.
All
but they'll
right.
be on audio also.
Yeah, this is already throwing me off.
I know what we'll do. We'll put Shelby will be able to take the audio from this and stick it in that thing.
Ooh, good quality audio.
But the audio wasn't on the beginning part because we weren't recording.
Oh, right. Well,
they'll figure it out. Yeah, we'll do
Shelby.
something.
He's autistic.
Well, welcome to the first video queef, I guess.
We're trying things.
It's weird because we're too close together. It feels like we're in an automobile.
I almost touched you.
I don't like a touch.
I knew that would bother you.
Don't like touching. It's too much.
All right. Dad never hugged. See, my parents are huggy. My dad's a shoulder guy. Hey.
Oh, not my dad. My dad and I hugged the first time after Alan. Alan's like, you got to go hug this son of a bitch.
Wow. Was he just ice cold? What was it? Like a hug in a steel barrel?
He'll do a hug, quick hug. It's weird. It's tough.
What if I saw your dad out and I just went, hey, Kevin?
Steve,
and I just gave him a big, fat, gay hug.
Well, some people hug him. Yeah, he'll hug if he has to hug, but it's not his forte. It's not my forte. I've gotten huggier. Some people you hug. Greg Stone's a hugger.
Yep.
Some people are hugging's more that Brooklyn-y thing.
It's all feels over there.
The hippies.
Yeah, hipsters.
I told you that there was that video of the making of Everybody Wants Some, the Richard Linklater baseball movie.
Oh, yeah.
And they improvised a lot of it. And he got baseball players, and they kept hugging. He had to be like, cut. There's no hugging. He's like, this is 1980. None of us, he's like, no one ever dreamed of hugging other dudes in that 1980.
Yeah.
So they were like, what? And he's like, yeah, there's no hugging. You just got a high five or whatever.
So I wonder if there had to be so many gay guys back in the day, like in the 50s and 40s, who just never came out.
Back in the gay, yeah, of course. Lived their whole life. I mean, what's his toes? Vote for Como, not the homo. Ed Koch. He never came out.
He was gay?
Very gay. Extraordinarily gay.
Ed Crotch.
Never came out, and I've never come out. I mean, there's a lot of people.
That's true. I've been holding this in for years.
Every time Brad Pitt scans by, I want to suck his dick.
There you go. Well, it's you're starting high.
Yeah. Well, now he's old.
He's a DILF.
Still hot, yeah. Is he a dad? He adopted. He's adopted like a basketball team.
He's got 38 kids, and they're all like Skittles. They're all different variety.
We got nothing to talk about. We just read an episode, so what do you want to talk about?
Oh, yeah. Well, let's see. What the hell is cooking? We talked about Valentine's, and we got Vegas.
I got something.
Oh, please.
Do you find it strange with podcasts? We do the podcast. I do a lot of podcasts. Bobby's podcast, it makes a little more sense. It's like 6 people.
Mm-hmm.
With a one-on-one, it's weird because we're talking to each other. We're the only 2 in the room. But doesn't it feel like there's 1,000 people here? Because
all the time.
They're listening. So we know that we are talking to 1,000 people.
Yes.
But we're talking to each other. It's insane.
It is it's quite kooky and wacky. But when I was a kid, I pretended like I was being watched. Did you do that?
Oh, yeah.
All right.
My whole life. I pretended it was like a TV show. Like, I had the Truman Show before Truman Show.
Same. That's why the movie, I think, resonated.
I think also it's because we want approval from so many people. Our parents, particularly. It all comes back to parents.
Yeah, they suck.
You want those parents to approve. And I've been having that struggle sometimes because if you don't hear from your parent after a late night, for instance, for a couple days, you go, well, what is it all for? If my own parents don't reach out, what do I care about the 1,000 tweets or whatever?
Well, the tweets is where the love comes. You go, fuck mom and dad. I'm doing these guys.
I know. I appreciate the tweets, but there's no replacing that approval of a parent.
No, but you keep trying.
Yeah, you certainly do.
The industry is a big parent thing. That's all. These are like people with jobs. That guy's got a suit on. You think he's your dad. You know, you want him to go, hey, you got the gig, son.
Yeah, it's a parent company.
Aha. Apparently.
All right.
But, yeah.
But it's just a weird, we did that mentally, but it's a weird, like, psychological thing.
Yeah.
That I'm talking to 932 people, but only you.
Yeah, it's odd. And you're like, why would they listen? You ever have that at a comedy show? You're at the Albany Funny Bone. You're like, why would you come to this? I'm glad you came. I want you to be here, but who would come to this?
I don't think that, but I think, what if no one laughs at all ever? Because, like, I don't laugh half the time.
Yes.
I watch comedy and I go, that's great. That's really funny.
Yes.
And I'm like, when I'm writing a joke, I'm like, why would someone laugh at this sentence?
I think about that all the time. I'm glad they laugh, and I love a laugh, but why would any... I think that's what a good crowd is. That's why you call them a good crowd, because you're like, that was good of you to audibly do that for me.
Yeah. Well, I'm so cynical, I make a bad audience member. Like, some people go, like,
same.
a lot of people are like, I just want to go and laugh and have a great time.
Yeah.
And everyone says, they're like, that's great.
Right.
I go to the show, I'm like, I hate this guy. Why does his pants look like that? I'm like, why is, if he murdered him, wouldn't he be nervous?
Right.
Well, this movie sucks.
Well, that's why open mics are such a cum guzzler, because you're up there going, hey, you fucking suck. You comics are all bitter. And you're like, well, I didn't laugh at them either. They could be the funniest guy on the planet. I'm not laughing.
Right.
I'm just going, oh, that was good. Oh, yeah, I like that twist. Nicely done. Good callback.
But it's like jokes, too. When you're writing a joke, you're like, this is funny. And stand-up used to talk about this. After every moment after that initial thing, it becomes less funny. It becomes more of a scientific thing. Of like, if I say it like this, it'll get a weirder laugh if I go, you know what I mean? It becomes like there's like not a formula, but it becomes mathematical. Whereas the first time you say something, it was just off the cuff, and you're like, oh, that's hilarious.
Right.
So it's a strange art form.
It's a kooky art form, and it barely works. It barely works. Like, you think about all that has to go into comedy. You got to get all these people together who don't know each other. They got to sit down, they got to order drinks, and then they got to be quiet. And then if they're not quiet, the whole thing's ruined. And then the comics got to have jokes that work, but he had to learn these jokes on other people, and now he's bringing them to them. There's so many factors.
It's very delicate.
And
if someone drops a cocktail or someone goes, hey, what about the thing? It's all over.
It's over. Whereas you're at a Metallica show, somebody drops a cocktail, and it's all part of it. We're rocking out.
Yeah. But it's similar, though. You have the same thing. You have to get the people together. You have to get the people to like you. You got to learn how to play those instruments. And it's 5 people. Metallica's 4, but people learning their instruments, perfecting these instruments on their own, and then coming together.
Yes.
So art is amazing. I mean, film is like that. You got fucking 3 grips and 4 mics, and it started off with a guy in the room writing on a fucking typewriter, which is amazing.
I know.
And then you got Brad Pitt involved. You got to get the money. That's what's crazy about movies. You have to get funded.
I hate that part.
We don't have to get funded. We just walk out there and go, hey, what's up? My dick's small.
Yeah. We're fun.
Dead.
Yes.
Someday we'll be dead.
That's true.
We'll be fun, and then we'll be dead.
Yes, like Bill Cosby. Oh, he's alive.
No, he's alive, and I wouldn't say
dead.
well. He's
blind.
See, yeah.
I hear he's killing in prison.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's like fun. Everybody loves him.
Is that true?
That's what I heard.
Oh, wow, I bet.
I wrote it. But wait, I had something on this shit in my mouth. Oh, movies.
Yes.
I did. I went to film school. I made a couple shorts in my day, and it is not what you think. And that's why I got into comedy, because movies it's so bananas how different it is in your head. Then you try to make it, then it comes out different, and it's like a grip, a lighting guy, a gaffer, a sound guy, then the actors, and then the editing. It's too much.
Yeah.
It's too much of a stew.
I felt the same way. I wanted to be Martin Scorsese, but I'm like, well, but before I do that, why don't I just go and tell a story and say some jokes?
Exactly.
It's a lot easier.
Lot easier. No overhead, just zing, zang, zoom. And the movie, it feels like you pick a bunch of seasoning. What do you call those things?
Scripts,
spices,
extras,
spices. Like you're out there in the world. You're picking vegetables and you cut them up. Then you get the meat. Then you saute it and you do this, you do that, and then it all has to come together as one meal. Whereas stand-up, I feel like you just climb a tree, you grab a fruit, and you eat it.
Yes.
Does that make sense?
And you can have a fruit and some steak and some bread, and you can all kinds of things. You can be talking about this, and you can throw that out there, and then you can do a story, and then you can do a one-liner. But a movie has to be kind of...
Yes, and if the bread sucks, you can go, hey, the bread sucks. I know the bread sucks. That's all part of comedy. Like if you bomb a joke, you can comment on it.
Right.
But the movie, if the character is not making sense, you can't be like, oh, sorry, we fucked that up in the movie.
Yes. But that's what's interesting, too. A movie, and the comedy, the only art form, which is pointed out a lot, that needs the audience.
Yes.
A movie is a movie without an audience.
Yep.
You can make a movie and then no one sees it. It still is a movie.
Totally.
But without an audience, it's just what we're doing.
Yeah.
Right now. Just talking.
Yeah. Well, we have an audience, technically.
That's true.
But there's no feedback.
But we're not doing stand-up comedy right
That's
now,
true.
despite having an audience.
But that's why it's so frustrating because it feels personal when an audience is not giving it to you.
Yeah, they don't like you.
They don't like it.
They don't like you. They don't like your thoughts.
And you want to go, fuck you, this works. That's why comedy's so frustrating. Because take sports. You shoot a basketball, whether you like the player or not. If it goes in, you count it.
Yes.
You got a joke that's bulletproof, works everywhere. It bombed right there. You go, oh, man, this is so weird. That joke counts every time, and now it doesn't. That's why it's so frustrating.
Well, but I would also say that by that analogy, that's like saying, but I took 100 free throws in practice, and I hit 100 of them.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, but you missed that one. Just because it hit before doesn't mean it hits.
But you said the same words 100 times, and it worked 99, and it didn't work 1. I feel like that's on them.
But again, the analogy for basketball, I agree with what you're saying. I think the analogy's off because I made the same motion.
Mm-hmm.
I had the same shooting motion, but I missed.
Interesting.
I did the same thing from the same area, but I just gave it a little too much, and maybe that's what it is. I gave it a little too much.
Maybe.
But I see, but that it might not have been too much. It's the people.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. It's got to be
maybe
the
they're like a block. I did the same thing, but this guy's 7 feet tall, and he blocked it.
He blocked it. Yeah,
the audience blocked it.
Right.
They're better because that's where you're losing because it's not competitive.
Right.
In the actual four. But I see what you're saying, and I agree.
Yeah, they just don't want to enjoy it, or something's up. They don't like your face. They don't like your voice. Something's up.
Well, now there's a thing of I don't agree with that joke.
Oh, yeah.
Which doesn't even make sense to me.
Yeah, you could have that's where I feel maybe I'm open-minded. I hear a joke. I might not agree with you or whatever the hell, but if it's funny, I'll give it up.
Yeah, it's a joke.
It's a joke. It's comedy.
A good joke is a good joke.
What do you think that is? You think we just have not enough problems in the world? Or so people, we used to have a war or a famine or whatever the hell.
Well, we still have those problems. I think people don't like to think about those problems, the real problems.
Yeah.
People don't want to think about certain death and, the state of the environment and war and poverty. So they just pick up these, you said gay.
Right.
You're like, okay, yeah, but, the system is fucked up.
Right.
Or whatever documentary, whatever problem you want to focus on. They don't want to focus on the really sad problems about AIDS and
they want to blame other people. It's this group. It's because of this group. It's that. I have a theory, and I'm going to get shit for this, but I feel like certain groups need activism. There's minority groups who are really struggling, and they have people trying to kill them and all this stuff. So they start fighting the good fight. You got your Malcolm X's and MLKs and whatnot.
Uh-huh.
And I think a lot of privileged whitey, they take everything else from black people. Why not take the activism? Why not take the good fight? They're just gentrifying their struggle. They're taking it. It's kind of gross.
Well, I don't know that black people invented activism.
No, they didn't invent it, but they obviously in America put them on the map, the civil rights movement and segregation and all that shit. So they've had a struggle. Struggle is cool. Oppression, I know it sounds weird. Struggle is cool, but people always go, that's my struggle. I'm a victim. They want a little struggle. But they have none. I've noticed the most privileged people are the ones who are the most active.
Well, a lot of times, though, I have to appreciate these people that are wealthy or privileged because they're being active because they understand that they have been privileged, so they want to help these people that are not privileged.
Yes.
Which is
that's noble.
Noble.
But I'm saying the people, that's a good thing.
That's nice.
Put your head down and help people who need help, the less fortunate, the marginalized, whatever you want to call it. But there's some people who just go, shit, I want my thing. I want to have a little struggle fest.
Yes.
I want to start some fires over here and then put them out and look like a hero. And they're just wasting people's time with their bullshit, their outrage.
Yes. Yeah, there's certainly a lot of, I think, insincere outrage.
Yes.
For sure. Where I'm like, are you really outraged about this thing? Particularly when it comes to jokes.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I think that's odd, considering how many real problems there are.
Sing it, sister.
The justice system, the healthcare system, the environment, wealth distribution, and so many of these foreign countries that have no drinking water and all that shit, and even our country, with lack of drinking water and people that grow up near these factories that are all riddled with cancer and shit like this, and these corporations taking over. So there's plenty of real problems. So I find it, off-putting and strange when someone's upset about what someone said in a fucking comedy club.
I know.
Or on Twitter.
I know.
Particularly when it's 11 years ago or whatever the fuck.
Yes, we're scooping shit up from the past. What about the problems currently?
Yes, and there's homeless people in the street with fucking scrubby, scratchy feet jerking off that could use some help.
Mom. Yeah, exactly. Like the Kevin Hart thing is so weird because you start to get a glimpse of like, oh, he apologized. That was 10 years ago. He's over it. He's a different guy now. He was dumb. Whatever. He's admitted to that, and they still want more. It's like they're wringing that bar rag, and you're like, he apologized. And they go, well, not to me.
It's crazy. That's why it's also strange. You don't want to get that big. Like Kevin Hart, last night I went to Chase Bank to deposit my check.
He's the guy.
He's on the face of the ATM.
I didn't know
I'm like,
that.
this is insane.
Yeah.
You're no longer a comedian. Like, I respect Kevin Hart and God bless him, but you're no longer a comedian. Like, you're not. Like, he was an urban act. He was Lil Kev from, like, Philly.
He just.
And now he's on the Like, how can you be a comedian when you're on the Chase Bank ATM? Like, you can't say anything now. You're like the ultimate corporate guy. He's in like kids movies, and he's like a health nut. He does the thing where he jogs, and he's like the voice of health. Which I guess you get to that point where you're like, I'm gonna be rich, and that's it, and I'm gonna be. He's more celebrity now than he is comedian.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. I mean, obviously you could sell out a soccer stadium if you wanted, but how do you? I think you can still be funny and be corporate.
You can be funny, but you can't be real. You can't have any edge whatsoever at all.
So,
it's why there's no Oscar host now.
Right.
I mean, those tweets. It's just like you're too far deep.
Yes.
The Chase, like Gilbert Gottfried did tweets. He gets fired from Aflac or whatever.
Yeah.
Like you're like the face of a bank. You're on an ATM.
Right.
Like, don't forget to deposit. Where I'm like, this is how do you keep it
surprised.
real? As they say.
I'm surprised he kept that gig with the shit he went through.
Oh yeah.
You know, that was pretty real. That was like a month ago.
Yeah.
Whatever. So now he's still. So I guess that's a good sign that he's still hanging in there.
Yeah, I just think it's like you want to be. I was saying this to Colin Quinn the other day, if I may name drop, and he LOL. Where I'm like, now comedy's weird because it's like it's an effort to stay not too big.
Right.
You want to stay at like a good level. You want to keep going up so you're making more money and have an audience, which is what we want.
Mm-hmm.
But not too big where they're like, hey, have you heard what these guys are saying?
Yeah.
It's like a weird before, and Colin agreed, like in the 80s and 90s, you'd be like, let me just do as much as I can. I want to keep going up, and just blow up. But I'm like, I don't want that at all.
No,
this fucking program.
Well, now what's cool is you can make your own way. Like you like a guy like Rogan. This guy is a zillionaire. He's doing everything he wants to do. I like UFC. I'll work on that. I like podcasting. I'll have a huge pod. I like comedy. I'll do every theater. And he can still keep it real because he's got his own companies.
That's why it's nice to have that audience because then you're just like, well, they're going to be on my side. And that's why we need you to volunteer for America.
Firefighter.
But yeah, so tell some friends and get some other people on the Patreon so we can,
Yeah, I don't know what these folks get out of the video. But, I mean, we'll try. We're trying to keep you happy. I don't know what the video does for you.
Should I put my asshole up there?
Maybe that would help. That would actually give it some meaning.
Well, that's why it's good. We have the audio and the video, so it's nice.
People want that video. They keep asking for it, but I don't get the appeal. I've tried to watch. I have pods I love, and I'll go, let me watch it on YouTube. And I'm like, what's the difference?
Yeah, it's harder because YouTube, you can't close your phone.
Yeah, you can't
you
walk
have to have
around.
it on.
Exactly. Yeah.
I've done that where I'll listen to a podcast, but it's only on video, so I have to like just walk around with a video, like I'm holding a video by my side.
Yeah.
So that's when I hear the audio. It's very bizarre.
It's bizarre. They should come up with that on YouTube with the phone, some kind of option where you can close it.
Yeah, lock the phone and just listen to the audio.
Or else your battery goes right to anal.
Yes, it does. And everyone can see what you're watching.
Yeah.
I'm sure they'll come up with. Doesn't it feel like everything will be
perfect?
Come up with.
Yes, completely.
That's why the future, there's scary things and there's hard things and there's frustrating things, but it is pretty amazing. You can just order a food with 3 touches of a thing, and you can pay with an app. You don't need to take your wallet out all the time.
Crazy.
And we all have great cameras, video, all that shit. Texting is actually quite delightful.
Yeah, you can FaceTime with somebody in Iraq. And then Chris Allen had a good point.
That's
like,
rare.
Isn't it weird how you can watch any news you want? Like you're like, I don't agree with that. Let me watch my news.
Yeah,
You
that's
can just pick your station of news. You can pick your opinion.
that's a negative thing to me.
I know, but it just shows how much options we have.
Yeah,
Or how many options we have.
yeah, it's interesting. Yeah, but yeah, one of those.
I don't want these robots coming in. I'm not one of these
terrified
guys
of
looking
robots.
forward. I don't like it because you can't yell at a robot. That's gonna change everything. You're gonna be like, oh, you big hunk of junk. Like, at least with a guy, you can go, hey, you piece of shit. I said take a right here, and he's gonna go, oh shit, sorry. At least there's some humanity there.
But I think the robots, they don't make mistakes.
No, how could you not?
I don't know. They're robots. But I'm horrified about it because I'm like, I don't even like thinking about it or talking about it because it depresses me. But like the automatic driving, that's like 30% of the fucking jobs in America.
Oh, for sure.
Are just knocked out. I mean, all these jobs, McDonald's, all that horse shit. So
I don't know. You need a little give, little leeway. That's why the human race works. You can bend. You know, a driver just goes, an automatic bus goes, I'll go here, I'll go there. Stop. Go, start, bus stop, bus stop. You know, like, it's not going to work. What if you got to get a lady off? She's pregnant. You got to, somebody's jerking it on the bus. Like, you need a little bit of leeway.
I know, but this artificial intelligence, they can read the thought. They know the room. You hit a button and fucking, I don't know how it works. I mean, they know. Right now, I just booked a car for a trip, and then the next day I go to Instagram, the ad is for car insurance.
Uh-huh.
So they're listening. The bus listens.
Oh, interesting.
It's not like a robot, like old school. This will know who's on the fuck. It'll recognize your face. It knows who's on the bus.
But it'll never.
It'll be like pregnant woman on bus.
Okay, but you get that. But then what if it's a fat chick? Now it's messing up. But it did a scan.
Yeah, but you're in the 80s robots. These robots, they'll make you thin. There'll be a bus you get on. It just gives you a lipo.
I'm scanning fatties though. That's pretty good technol.
I know, but I'm saying it'll scan the fat. It'll know by the weight distribution, and
baby.
I don't know.
You can see the baby in there. It's
Yes.
a burrito or a baby. They can tell the difference.
But I'm terrified. By the way, I'm hungry again. I don't know what's wrong with me.
Can you get Chipotle? I mean,
I'll eat a double Chipotle, maybe.
would you really?
I'll walk up. If they fix the Coke machine, I need my Coke.
We can go to a different one. I know another one.
I know every Chipotle in this goddamn city.
Yeah, I think I do too.
Well, they have the experimental one right up the street too.
Oh, on 6th and 12th.
Yes.
That was the first one with queso, bitch.
Yeah, they were first one. They got all kinds. They were the first ones with margaritas and the first ones with chips and
they got a shake over at that one.
They got
a
wacky
smoothie
shit.
thing. It's like a chocolate haracha or whatever the fuck.
I want to go to Shake Shack. I love Shake Shack so much.
Yeah, Shake Shack is good. I like it. They got a beer in there.
Oh yeah.
I get a glass of beer.
I'm talking like a glass of beer. Well, should we start to wrap this
let's
thing
wrap
up
it
here?
up and put a condom on.
I got a nice early night tonight.
I gotta send this to Shell.
Oh yeah, we got to do that.
Young
Shell
Sheldon.
shocked. Young Shelbo. Well, any parting gifts or thoughts? Brad Pitt is really tantalizing me. He keeps swooping by.
So handsome. I wonder who the next. Because Brad Pitt was such an icon of like handsome.
Timothy Chalamet.
Oh yeah,
He's the new one.
but he's kind of twinky.
I know, but he'll get sexier. Men get sexier. He'll put on beef and weight.
You think?
Oh yeah, he's hot.
already-
He's dreamy.
He's 25. I mean, he's already a man.
Is he 25?
I mean, Alexa, how old is Timothy Chalamet?
23.
Okay.
But the difference between a 23-year-old and a 35-year-old is a lot. I'll show you my cock right now. I got
That's
pictures
true.
of my 23-year-old cock.
Well, you had a big transition.
I
with that
did.
cock.
Yeah, I grew into it late.
Yeah. Yeah, it wears a wig now.
But I think
Work.
Chalamet, plus people we haven't even heard of yet, will come in.
Yeah.
And then like Lucas Hedges, he'll get hotter.
Yeah, and then you got your Zac Efrons and your Helmsworth.
Oh yeah, he's a piece.
Oh, he's a real hunk. All right. I guess we don't need to plug.
No, we don't need to plug, but tell some friends to go to the Patreon. We got video now. We're gonna be doing this, and we're gonna blow each other soon on video.
If you like the video, let us know, and if you don't like it, let us know, and we'll go by what you tell us we do. We don't know what the fuck to do, so help us out. Feedback.
Yeah, and tell friends and keep on the Patreon, and this might go up to $5 in a couple months.
Oh, baby.
Hopefully you'll stay with us.
What is the term feedback from? Isn't that weird?
I think it's from guitar. It feeds back.
Ah.
And I think they took that like, hey,
You don't think it came before guitars?
I don't know. It's the chicken and the egg, I suppose. We'll have to look it
Yeah,
up.
Well, all right. Let's have some chicken burrito.
Yeah, maybe I will. Is it weird to eat? I mean, it'll be like 2 hours apart, 2 chicken burritos.
Well, we're gonna walk. We walk back. We're gonna walk there. That's some walking.
Okay.
And you got the whole night ahead of you to burn it.
I'm not worried about that. It's just weird to eat. Like, I still taste the burrito.
Oh.
It's like sucking a dick a half hour after sucking a dick.
Must have been Asian because you wanted another one right after. Remember that joke?
No, I don't know what that is.
You never got that old Asian hack joke where they go, hey, you eat Chinese food, you're hungry again in an hour.
Oh,
and they say,
right,
if you fuck
right.
an Asian girl, you're horny again in an hour. You know?
Oh, right. Do you remember this joke? I just told this for the first time. I forgot about it. Where it's like the professional golfer gets a prostitute.
Hole in one.
It's something like that. He gets a prostitute the night before the big tournament. And, he has a great time, and he's on the golf course. He's like, I got a crazy Asian prostitute last night. It was something. Or he has a tournament, was in Japan, maybe. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
And then he's on the par 3, and he hits it right into the hole. It goes straight in, hole in one. He starts yelling, Wong ho, baby, Wong ho. And they go, what's he mean, wrong hole?
Wow.
It was something like that.
Never caught that one.
It was something like that. But the prostitute, he was fucking her in the ass.
Oh, wrong hole.
Yeah, she kept yelling Wong ho, and it means wrong hole, I think. That was the joke. I was 9, and I was like, oh, that's great.
That's great because you get an anal in there and an Asian racial thing.
Yeah, Asian anal, Wong ho. I don't know. But call in if you know that version, that joke, but better.
You remember the one where it's 3 guys in a hotel room. They have to share a bed. And they 2 guys it's 1, 2, 3 sleeping. 2 guys on the outside get jerked off. And they're like, well, that was weird.
Yeah.
And they go, what happened last night? I had a dream I was skiing.
Yeah.
Something like that.
It was, I had a wet dream. I had a wet dream. I think I had a wet dream. I had a wet dream, too. I had a dream I was skiing or something like that.
Yeah. Then there was another one where 3 guys were at a baseball game, and they're like, one of you's gay, right? And one of them went, and the other one went, and the other went, and he's like, must be him. Because his asshole is so dilated that the fart just came out airy. It didn't make a noise. I don't know. I can't remember how that one. Call in.
There was this one. The 2 gay guys in the shower, and they're fucking in the ass. And I don't know if you guys heard that.
Queefed.
They're fucking in the ass, and then one of them takes a phone call, and he's like, don't come until I get back. And then he leaves, takes the phone call, he comes back, and there's just cum everywhere on the shower, the drapes, the faucet. And he says, I told you not to come. And he goes, I didn't. I farted.
Ah, that's great.
That's
a great joke.
That's an old humdinger.
I didn't see that coming at all.
Yes, because his asshole was filled with cum.
Yes.
And then he just blasted it everywhere.
You know what? My gal likes that cream pie nonsense.
What?
She's like, shoot it in me, and I want to drip it out.
Oh, well, you have to. Does she want to, eat it or taste it?
No, she just likes to watch it drip.
Oh, wow.
She's an
that's
animal,
hot.
this gal.
Oh, that's fun. So she just watches it and is like, yeah.
Hell yeah.
I think women like to be came into because of
biology.
Yes, yeah, they think
it's
it's hot.
It's primal.
It's interesting. It's nice. I like it.
We're beating the system, and we're beating women.
Not me.
Me neither. We're
Scout's honor.
beating our meat. Remember that? Beating your meat was a thing.
Oh, yeah.
Bop
Beat
the
your
bishop,
meat.
Flog the dolphin. Spank the monkey.
Tug
job. Tugboat.
All right, we got to go. We got to get this to Shelby. He's going to kill us.
Oh, yeah, right.
All right, thanks. We're signing off.
You grab the video, and I'll get the card out of here. And Mazel tov. Praise Allah.